Microdosing psychedelic magic mushrooms, Pscilocybin, a controversial life hack for stress and mood management. Please pause each illustration for a detailed study of this review of the literature. Psilocybin. The increasing availability of information on growing techniques made it possible for amateurs to grow psilocybin mushrooms, Psilocybe cubensis pictured. Psilocybe semilanceata is common in Europe, Canada, and the United States. Dried psilocybe mushrooms showing the characteristic blue bruising on the stems. Psilocybin, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry name and chemical formula. Psychedelics comprise a class of psychoactive substances producing alterations in cognitive processes, mood, perception, and reaction. Extraordinary mental states involving emotions as well as sensations, including perceptions of color, taste, time, touch, and thought are manifest. Psilocybin is a hallucinogenic crystalline compound derived from particular mushrooms, usually containing 0.2 to 0.4 psilocybin, as well as a trace amount of the also hallucinogenic Pscilocyn, whose chemical structure and hallucinogenic effect is similar to that of psilocybin. Both substances can be synthetically produced or derived from natural growth and harvesting. Psilocybin can be processed into various forms, including a powder, pill, capsule, chewable candy-like gummy, tea, and edible mushroom coated with flavors such as chocolate, or added to other comestibles for human consumption. Potency varies from sample to sample. The physical effects of psilocybin include anxiety, confusion, depersonalization, depression, distorted thought, drowsiness, euphoria, fear, hallucinations, inability to concentrate and distinguish fantasy from reality, lack of cognition and coordination, lightheadedness, muscle weakness, nausea, panic, paranoia, shifts in perception, psychosis, strange body sensation, uncoordinated movement, vomiting, and yawning. The effects are commonly manifest within 20 minutes of consumption, lasting about 6 hours. Poisoning can occur since psilocybin mushrooms can be confused with other poisonous mushrooms upon incorrect identification and consumption. Psilocybin is currently not considered to have a substantial potential for physical addiction. This hallucinogen is designated as having no legitimate medical use in the United States as of the date of this presentation, given its potential for abuse, possible psychological dependency and tolerance, as well as associated morbidity and mortality. Paradoxically, there are currently anecdotal reports in the media of working mothers as well as others who microdose psilocybin as an antidepressant and mood booster to control anxiety, enhance cognition and positive feelings, including personal calmness and contentment, increase creativity, enhance energy levels, achieve greater happiness, peacefulness, and relief of stress. Microdoses of psilocybin are anecdotally reported to be about 0.1 to 0.3 grams, around 3 to 5 times a week or more, in the context of a medium-strength recreational dosage of 2 to 3 grams of dried psilocybin mushrooms self-administered by means of the various aforementioned methods. Categories of microdosing of benefits and challenges. Values indicate percentage endorsement of outcomes. Values were generated through open-ended responses, and thus magnitude is descriptive and should be used for hypothesis generation. These data indicate reported outcomes, not confirmed effects. The ability of psilocybin to cause perceptual distortions is linked to its influence on the activity of the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex intelligently regulated action, emotions, and thoughts in context with other related functional regions of the brain. Simplified diagram of the circuitry of depression and its interactions with stress. Negative emotions activate the amygdala, which in turn activates the HPA axis and therefore causes stress. Stress reactivates the amygdala through glucocorticoids. Chronic stress creates a positive feedback loop, favoring negative emotions and releasing more glucocorticoids, which lead to cell death in the hippocampus and the PFC, and therefore reduce function of these areas. In turn, these regions would lose their ability to regulate amygdala reactivity to negative stimuli, which might lead to disinhibition and increase negative affect. A Venn diagram of the reported biological and psychological effects of psilocybin. Psilocybin may exert distinct biological and psychological effects and an interaction of the two. It is important to note that all of the psychological effects reported here were correlated with the hallucinogenic experience. New presentations coming soon. Like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching. Thank you to current and new subscribers.